Hey everyone, welcome back to Ashon Comics for another review. This is XMen number 5 by Jonathan Hickman. Is it RJ Silva? And someone, I forget the Gracia, the colorist. These are the two guys, though, that we liked from the House of X, Powers of X. It's really nice to not have this Lionel Francis Yu hideous art that everyone seems to like, but me. I can't stand the non-inking style. It's super scratchy. I don't think he's dynamic in any way, shape, or form. And this is a cover. This is indicative of his best stuff. His interior work is terrible, but he's not in this book, so let's move on. And we open up to darkness. All that I see, absolute horror. Oh wait, that's Metallica song. So we scroll down. What have I done? What the hell was I thinking? 2-page spread, typical waste of paper for the X-Men books, all pretentious. Then we get a full-page spread of, actually it's something new. It's not the same, mutants are flocking to Krakoa, blah, 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 blah. It's an X-Men book with a bunch of X-Men that no one cares about. Why is this listed as X-23? I thought this was Wolverine. No, Ash, it's X-23. I remember it's rebooted. It's not the same shit that was from before. Oh, you hold on to that thought. So we start off in Ecuador, and you can see already the art is better. Look at this is the Sylvia art from House of X that we all loved. Ecuador. And we see this girl who I think was in number 2, issue 2 of X-Men. She's the... What was it? The answer to the mutant. I'm like, for whatever reason, Hickman is trying to sell this story that humanity hates mutants so much. They hate mutants to the degree that they know it's their own future. They know it's their own evolution. Mutants are just the natural evolution of themselves, ourselves, the reader. Think about this for a second. If you thought that your kids would be born as the next step in our species evolution, would you hate that idea? Would you just be like, oh my God, no, I want humanity to never evolve, and certainly if it does, I don't want my kids a part of it. I want them staying Cro-Magnons forever. This concept is so they hate it so much that humanity's come up with a different way to bypass evolution. Now, mind you, everyone still wants the powers. They just don't want to have the natural evolution powers, so they're going to use technology to artificially enhance humanity so that they can still be the non-evolved humans, but then still have powers, which is a form of evolutionary step itself, but it's for none of this makes any sense. Bigots are bigots because they're ignorant. They think change is bad. They think people that are different are bad because they're stupid, which is why mutants were naturally going to have the detractors, the humans that were scared of them, the humans that were just using it as a tool to take leadership of other humans and just be like, rally to my cause. It's the same way like the televangelists, the ones that pretend to believe in God, but they run these church, give me money and you can get to heaven. And you're always going to have people like that. But there was no reason otherwise to hate mutants. And 99% of the population didn't hate mutants until we got to modern day Marvel. And all the SJW progressives took over, and it was like, oh, this is an allegory of me as a suffering something, So, anyways, this girl is one of those future enhanced humans. I forget what they're called, and she's in Ecuador for some reason, running away, and she runs across these two people, and she uses her power, keep him from following me, and she keeps running. Who's following her? And she runs, and we see, it's Wolverine following her. And he looks at the two Ecuadorian people who are now, of course, are just mind-controlled. Stop this man. And he's like, yeah, I know that look. If I tell you that I've tried to talk men talk 1,000 men out of the same mistake you're getting ready to make. I know, I'm low. Is there any way that I can convince you gentlemen to step aside and just let me catch a very bad girl? Wait, why is she so bad? Why? Because she didn't do anything. She was kidnapped. You rescued her, and then she didn't want to be with you, and she's running away. But now she's still bad because, of course, she's not mutant. I didn't think so. So Wolverine gives him a clobber. It's clobbering time. Look, he even punches the sheep. Come on. You know, and then look at this guy is flying. Like, he's flying. Look at this. It's like pro wrestling. Like, what the hell's going off the top turnbuckle? Wolverine catches his arm, punches him, and knocks him out, and keeps following. Later, Wolverine's still following, and it's interesting here, though. Oops, if I can get this. Yeah, he's running into the woods, still in the woods. Camera flips, comes out of the woods. Damn it! And he sees her escaping into, Fallout vault. I'm too late. And she goes inside, presumably closes the door. We don't really see that from the art, but you will later. And Wolverine uses some little communicator in his suit, I'm assuming. You there? Wait, why is he touching his... He's touching his ear like he's communicating to someone. I can hear you, go ahead. Do they not have like 1 million psychics? That... I guess I need communicators now. Sorry, Slim. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Wolverine's talking. Sorry, Slim. Serafina slipped inside the vault before I could get to her. You want me to cut my way? No, that won't help with the temporal problem. We need you back here. Why do they need him back there? I don't know. So there's a big vault. Look, it even has like an X symbol on it. There's a giant sentinel sitting there crumbling. I don't know why there's this broken down sentinel over it. Aesthetically, it kind of looks cool, but it doesn't make any sense. And then we get this full page spread of the Serafina girl stepping in, and we're getting some analysis. And we go to the next page, and it's another full page spread. The same exact art. Look at this. If I flip back and forth, you can see the art does not change. Even the little wispy tentacle things coming from her are not in a different direction. It's literally cut and paste 2 full page spreads because we can't be bothered to draw a full comic anymore. So it's 2 full pages of just typed nonsense. Well, it's not really nonsense. The vault welcomes you home. Do we really... On the second page, this text up here couldn't be like right here, welcome home. No, it needed a full another page because Marvel is just ripping you off. Later in Krakoa, we got the Council of the Elite deciding what they're going to do. And they explain that this vault time flows differently inside. It's highly accelerated. And so they need a special crew to go inside, and that's these guys, Sync, Darwin, and X-23. And so they're explaining to them, look, you guys are the right people because you have your unique abilities, blah, 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 blah. And they're sending X-23 because of her survival abilities. And that's what they explain. It's like X-23, who, like Wolverine, actually, I'm Wolverine. You tell him, kiddo. Look, you make Daddy so proud. Oh, dude, Wolverine, you're so proud. You tell him that you're me. Oh, so stupid. At this point, I got in the comic, it was record scratch. I was like, wait a second, what happened to this being the all-new, like Jonathan Hickman fixing the X-Men? Nope, it's going back to the same fucking bullshit that Marvel has been pushing down our throats, that X-23 is actually Wolverine, the female version, and she's all better at what she does than Pops over here, who's just there to validate her, emotionally, to make sure, it's so stupid. So basically, Scott just goes over and says, whatever, you're Wolverine, fine. Either way, you have the healing ability to withstand the initial temporal shield, blah, blah, blah. There's techno bump babble. And then very next page, now remember how Laura, X-23, was like, I'm Wolverine. Look at this panel here. You know who they should send on this mission? Wolverine. Haven't you been paying attention, kiddo? They are. Wait, so she wants to be Wolverine until the going gets tough. Then it's like, oh, hey, Wolverine, I'm not Wolverine. He's the Wolverine. That's so typical of modern nonsense. You want equality, but you don't want equality, right? The whole feminist bullshit of, I want to be treated just like a man, and, oh, that guy's an asshole for not holding the door open for me, or he wanted to go Dutch on a date and not pay for my dinner. Bitch, you can't have it both ways, right? Either accept masculinity and femininity as two different things, and men and women having two different roles in society, or take it on the chin and be equal. Anyways, I'm going to go on a rant here. A little too much sodium spilling out. Sorry for that. And then we get more of this. I'm getting so sick of these white pages. They were kind of interesting. I got sold on them on the House of X and Powers of X, but now it's just tedious. A lot of this stuff is boring. Some of it just comes off as Wikipedia articles to educate us about stuff. Fortunately, Hickman does use them to leak information that's kind of crucial to the whole world building thing he's doing. But it's just not that important. So then we get to another Inside the Vault page where we can type up some technobabble stuff. We can see a little picture of Seraphina still talking to something inside the vault. I don't know what this thing is. And then, look, it's still more. Full pages, by the way. 4 full pages devoted to this. That's not including the full pages they devote to the white pages. Then we get this mission where it's one of those tropes that they do. Usually they do this in the movies more than the comics, but comics like to rip off the movies, where there's a voice narrator, like a voiceover, and the person's explaining the plan. And as they're explaining the plan to like in the briefing, the film is actually showing the plan being underway. And it's actually a pretty good storytelling technique to expedite. So you don't have to like watch a briefing and then show it actually happening. You can actually have both simultaneously. You can hear the briefing and then actually seeing it executed at the same time. It doesn't work quite as well on a still page as it does in motion, but it works to reasonable effect. Here we see Storm blasting the Sentinel that doesn't even do anything. So it's like, oh, look at my power of destroying this hunk of junk. But it's there to lure out the defenses, which aren't Sentinels. It's just these little flying drone things, which Cyclops can just blast. And the whole point is the distraction, so the team can get in, and which they do. It's yada, blah, blah, blah. They just blast some little drones. It's not even exciting because there's no real threat. And we get to this point. It's like, did they get in? Yes. Last I saw them, they were at one of the vault doors, and then they weren't. So Cyclops says, so that's it. It's just that simple. We go there, draw their fire, get inside, and once you're in, you get to work. And that's the end of the briefing. And here's page number 5, full page, inside of the vault, which is just the colorist drawing some, J.J. Abrams lens flares. And so contagion and subject, so you can see, okay. Oh, hey, look at this. Cut and paste, again, 2 full pages. Not even redrawing. Can't be bothered to redraw this right here. Anomaly detected part could have easily been on this page underneath this text here. This is... You're paying $3.99 for this shit. Much later, we get Cyclops talking to Professor X. How long? 3 months, 5 days, and some change. So, how long? Best guess, 537 years. And some change. Yes. My God. What have I done? What the hell was I thinking? Which is a circle back to the beginning of the story. The end. And that was X-Men number 5. This is the best X-Men issue to date. And spoiler alert, it's actually better than issue 6 and issue 7, which I have yet to cover. But it's too little. If this is the best that X-Men is going to give me, that's not saying much. The whole Wolverine thing just annoyed me. I don't pay $3.99 to be annoyed, to hate characters. Why is Laura Kinney off in this time vault when she's running off with the fallen angels? I don't know. I thought there was going to be some continuity. I thought Hickman had this master plan, but yet now it feels like Disney Star Wars, where it's just, whoa, no, fly by the seat of our pants, everyone's doing their own thing. I don't know. For the art alone, I want to give this a 3-star. I do. It's really close. Like 3 stars is an acceptable book. Like it doesn't sound like for some people like that's a worthy enough rating, but 3 stars is doing what a book should do. It's entertaining you. It's giving you value for your dollar, and you feel okay about the book. It's not excellent, but it's fine. But I don't even think this book is fine because this story doesn't go anywhere. It's just a little excerpt of, ooh, look, we had to break into this place. The end. Oh, okay, you broke in. Like, there's no real plot. There's a little bit of intrigue, a little bit of world building with this whole, like, oh, there's this vault. Ooh, what's that all about? But it ultimately doesn't go anywhere. The art's pretty nice, but then I have to fault the art because how many pages are wasted by just cut and paste and full page nonsense? It didn't need to be. There's no dynamic action shots or anything cool to look at. I mean, the best thing is Wolverine punches a sheep and he's flying through, like, yeah. So 2 stars. This is the least offensive of the X-Men books, as far as the actual X-Men books. But that's, again, not saying much. I know a lot of people are digging it. They're like, yes, Jonathan Hickman is the second coming of... More power to you. I do not see what others see in these books. I do think there's a little bit of rose-colored glasses. It's a similar thing what I saw back when the prequels were made for Star Wars, and fans went and saw these movies and they were just convinced that they were the greatest movies because they wanted to like them so much. And I get that. I was one of those people too. Like, I want to like X-Men so much, and I gave this half a dozen issues because I was like, Hickman, you sold me on House of X Powers, but I liked it. I'm not a hater. I'm not trying to hate these books. At least they didn't feel like pod people in this issue. Thanks for watching.